Good morning. I'm Dr. Jimenez, the proud principal of Newman Smith High School, where our mission is to graduate all scholars to be college, career, or military ready without remediation. Well, welcome back. Let's start with our pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee. Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. And now for our moment of silence. You may be asking yourself, where in the Waldo is Dr. J? Well, I'm back in my old office, but look, everything is wrong. We don't even know where things go. And then I have a whole stack of furniture over here, but guess what? I'm going to embrace this and stay positive about it and just get the office back in order so I can be my best for you. But it sure was weird to come in to no furniture in my office and the wrong furniture stacked up in the corner. But if we're flexible and patient and kind, we will all get through it together. All right, well, our word of the day. We've been a little bit out of our routine. I want to thank you all for watching the news from New York City. Give a shout out to our New York group. We had so much fun. I'm so glad that I was able to go on that field trip with our IBA. So thank you. Shout out to Miss Marrier. But let's get back to our systems and routines, which is a little odd after being off a week, but let's do it together. The SAT word of the day is to conceive. It means to imagine or come up with. The sample sentence is, the plan to build the city was originally conceived in the early 1900s. And then our quote of the day is anonymous. Keep your face to the sunshine and you won't see the shadows. I will absolutely look away from this office so that I can stay positive about moving my stuff back. All right. Well, we have some very special guests on the news, and I was just visiting with them before we were shooting our news, and I was asking what was their favorite Thanksgiving dish. We have everything from kind of a goulash soup to macaroni to empanadas to my favorite and also Jairo's favorite, turkey. I mean, come on now. Who doesn't love a good turkey? All right, but we are ready to go on the news with our special guests. Now, these guests are special for a really good reason. How many of you have ever been asked to present to 17 teachers, 2 principals, and some district central office folks? I don't know, but they were, and they did a fantastic job. So I'm having them on the news today to talk about their geometry projects. So I'm going to bring over, let's bring over Jairo and Juan to talk about their project first, and then we'll bring the other groups after them. So tell us a little bit about what you were charged to do.
All right, so basically what we did is we were asking to present a logo for a company, and we just tried to mix triangles of our logos we were based off, and we just pulled on a fox's face logo, and we used it for a animal healthcare center, and yeah, we used it for that. And I think that one of the most important things of this project that we did is telling us to create something new, like maybe in the future we could use this project, we could make this project real, and I don't know, maybe some school administrators could use them for real.
Well, and let me just say this. I was so impressed because you guys also talked about using your rubric. But Jairo, Juan, let me ask you, when you came up with this project, you said this is geometry class, right? It sounds like a business project. Where does the geometry come in?
From the other triangles we used from isosceles,
equilateral and isosceles, equilateral, and is clean.
Well, so were you nervous presenting to that big of a group?
Yes.
Well, I want you to know I couldn't tell it. You guys were fantastic. Let's bring another project over. Tell us about your project and how hard you had to work to do it.
So
Tell us about your project and how hard you had to work.
So our project was the same as theirs. However, instead of creating a fox for a animal shelter, right? Animal rescue, we created a dragonfly for the same idea, a dragonfly conservatory.
Nice.
And we had integrated that into like a logo.
And yeah, so at first we were like, we couldn't think of anything, but we just put some shapes together like anyone would do, because that's how creativity like sparks up, kind of. And we thought like, hey, maybe this looks kind of like a dragonfly. So yeah, we thought of that.
Well, it was really great, and I couldn't tell that you guys were nervous either. So I'm going to bring over our last group, and I want to ask you, tell me about the project, and then I have a question for the big group. Tell me about the project and how many hours it took to complete the project.
It took us maybe like 2 weeks.
I think
It was like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And what was your project?
We created a video game, and it was called Pumpkin Punchers.
Pumpkin Punchers! It was so
We
fun.
did
in October.
Yeah, so it was
Right.
a seasonal video game.
Nice. Well, let's bring everybody back. So tell us kind of, how do you think, now you're all in school, you're all scholars here, did you think that you learned more about triangles by doing a project or more about triangles by just doing problems?
I think I learned more about doing triangles with the project because it gives us a way to kind of, instead of doing it with a problem, it's harder to connect it to other things, but with a project it makes it easier to correlate it into the real world.
Well, I loved the relevance that you guys could still talk about each type of triangle in geometry. You guys could talk about that like you were experts, and that's because you'd been using it in your project. So would you encourage other teachers to do projects in their class?
Yes.
Well, you guys were just fantastic. Would you mind closing out the news with me today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, scholars, we love you. We think you're great. Remember, character counts. And make it a great day or not, the choice is yours.